Hey! It's been a minute for the both of us. And by a minute, I mean, for me, it's been about an hour. I went back and listened to part 1. And looking past the terrible monologuing about feet, I noticed my microphone was a little low. So what I've done is I've done a painstaking amount of changing, and by that I mean turning a couple sliders up and down. So I've turned the microphone up and the gain volume down. That seems to work. I'm just using a regular old, like, one of those headsets you'd use for customer support. I actually do have a better microphone, but rich people problems, it picks up like the entire room, or at least it picks up enough, and you can hear my fan when I use that one. So I'm using this one instead, and yeah, invigorating commentary. Have I mentioned I don't know how to shoot? Begone! Oh yeah, and by the way, I totally did not have to play through this before. About 30 minutes ago. Except that I totally did. Can you get out of my way? Sir, can you get out of my way? Can you get out of my way? Hey, sir, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I actually did try... What?! Excuse me? But pardon the whomst of the what yanked? Was he so shooketh that he thine own had heart attack? Apparently so. Who is thine fault of heart attack if not thine own Romeo? Okay, but as I was saying, yeah, I did try recording this before, but sometimes you're just not happy with the first go. So what I did is just I waited a minute, got hydrated like a good person, drank your water, and now I'm trying again. Have I mentioned that I got 5 hours of sleep last night? Because I did. You know, despite playing this about 30 minutes ago, I don't actually really remember what to do. Okay. Well, I didn't do anything. Like a sphinx. A sphinx! I'm gonna shoot these bitches up like eharmony.com. Oh, I don't know where I'm going. Bullets like Pepsi, crystal like asbestos, house like renovation, which is what I'm gonna do to their faces. Oh my gosh. Leave me alone. Ugh. Being famous is so hard. Oh crap, I'm almost dead! That was not my most proudest moment. Ugh. Like I said, it's dangerous being famous. I don't actually remember where to go. I don't think I have to go this way. Do I? Oh, no, I'm gonna go up to the bad people. Oh. Dang. It's a it's a lot it's a lot easier when you're paying attention. Oh wow, who would have thought? Oh no. Dang. Oh, man, all the paparazzi want to impale me on a swing. I'm on a tail on the home. Home on the moon. Oh. I've completely forgotten where I am. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I'm going. All I know is that I must kill. And get them croissants. Anybody having fun yet? What's something to talk about? What's a good thing that can hold us up for a while? Oh, I know. I have a lot of stories to tell. I did have a story planned earlier, but I don't think I remember what it was. I need to... Be right back. Oh no, not this place. Oh no! Oh, this is bad. Oh, oh no. Oh, oh, and I still didn't kill all of them. Okay, what did I do here last time? I don't remember. Still thinking of a story, by the way. The stories just don't come naturally. It's one of those... Is this just gonna... Alright, anyway. Ah, now I remember. Dang it. Okay, well. Yeah, sometimes remembering things is one of those things where it's like, oh, I remember everything there is to remember, but then someone's like, or even yourself, is like, hey, do you remember anything about the thing? And you're like, I remember nothing about the thing. I hardly remember anything. It's hard to remember stuff when you're severely depressed. I'm just kidding. I'm only, what's the word? Casually. No. Minorly? Is minorly a word? No, there's another, there's another word for, like, minorly. Lesser? But that's not, less is not enough. Less is, like, too little. Moderate? Yeah, moderately depressed. Not that that's really any better. Did I come from here? No, did I? I don't know. You know, on earlier playthroughs, that point actually confused me a lot more than it should have. Kind of like what this is doing right now. Oh. Well, how was I supposed to know that? What do you want me to... Oh. You want me to do this? Okay. Well. Oh! I remember what the story was now. Okay. I'm gonna tell you all the story of, okay, so context. We hardly get any snow here. Usually, it'll snow, like, for one day, and then it'll be snowy for a couple hours, and then later on the snow will just melt. But okay, so here's the backstory. I think this was 2018. Yeah, let's just say 2018. Okay, so 2018, I had cavities because I was one of those kids that was like, teeth, get out of here with that shit. I don't need any of them. I don't need any of them teethers. Them teethers. Yeah, but oh, I know where we need to go. Anyway, right, yeah. So I was like, I don't need any teeth stuff. So eventually, that caught up with me when I got older. And I had this really big spot, like in the back, where, like the tooth was rotten to the point where it went into the nerve. Yeah, I tried sleeping with that. But so I had a plan to get it fixed because, honestly, it was painful. But so I had a plan to get it fixed. But so the exact day actually comes, and my eye starts hurting for some reason. I don't know why yet. We'll figure out later. You can probably already guess why. It's just hurting. I can't breathe. Okay. Yeah, it's just hurting. So I get to the doctor appointment, the dentist, doctor appointment, dude, whatever. So I get there, right? And my eye's still hurting, but I gotta lay down in the chair. So I lay down in the chair. And, you know, dentists start doing what dentists do. The rotary engine teeth devices. So we start doing what it do on my exterior mouth bones. And I swear he did not use any sort of, like, numbing agent. Is that what you call it? Numbing thing? Where they, like, stick a needle in your gums and it numbs it so you don't feel the side of your mouth, and you gotta be careful or else you bite off the side of your mouth and your tongue. So I swear he did not give me any of that. And I felt it too. I felt it because every time that drill went down and hit the nerve, it was like, ooh. But you know, it's like sleep. It's like sleep paralysis, where you want to be doing stuff, but you ain't gonna be able to. So keep in mind, my eye is still hurting throughout all this. And eventually, it just gets to the point where, it's like I had, like, I don't know whether I brought something. No, I think they gave me something. They gave me something to, like, put over my eye, like some sort of cloth. And it really hurt. So I'm sitting here. Promise you, no sort of, like, numbing sedation thing from my gums. Feeling every time this dude drills into, my mouth feels weird just thinking about it. Drilling in, feeling every nerve he hits, or feeling every time that he hits the nerve, and my eye hurts, and eventually, at some point, I don't know how long. Oh my gosh, was it the first time or second? No, then the first time I went to the dentist for the checkup was long as hell, but the second time still took forever, but it felt like a long time just because I had like the hurting eye, and like the whole experience was just immensely unpleasant. So eventually the procedure gets done at some point. But my eyes just, it's like it's not a normal amount of hurt at this point. It's like it just hurts. So I think I was with my dad. So it was like, all right, we'll take you to the clinic. Which is something else I'll talk about in a minute. But okay, so we go to the clinic, and I get in there, whatever. long story long, it's pink eye. And I just so happened to get pink eye on the day of, I think I even forgot to mention what it was. I was getting a root canal. So, I got a root canal with no, like, numbness stuff. Had pink eye at the same time. Eyeball be aching. Just the left eye. But that's not even the worst part. So this was later in the year. So so you know, go in there. It's just normal, regular, everyday. You know, 80 degrees, whatever. I don't even remember what temperature it was anyway. But so we go in, do whatever. Yeah, you got pink eye. Pay us $200 because healthcare sucks in this country. We get outside, or rather, I look through the window and I get outside. It was snowing. Now, just to show you just how painful, like spiritually, this experience was for me, on top of like just getting out of a root canal and having like a hurting eye, just to like show you how painful it was. It had not snowed for like what, 2 years? And I was actually thinking like, oh, it needs to snow again. So it finally starts snowing again. And of course, it's when I have pink eye, and I gotta do this root canal, and there isn't any like sedation for the root canal. Just having a very bad time, just feeling bad. Can't fully enjoy the snow. And it was just not a fun time. So ever since that point, I was kind of like, well, life owes me one now, because like I was in pain and living in this soup for that one day, the one day I was waiting for like 2 years. So I was like, okay, life owes me this one. So eventually, I think, yeah, it was last year. End of last year. Excuse me, goodness. End of last year. Finally snows again. No pink eye, no dentist procedures, just me in the snow. And just like with most people, it got really cold, and after like 20 minutes I was like, okay, that's enough. But oh my gosh. It was so beautiful though. You ever just stop just to look at, like, it was one of those like big snow. It's not like big snow, but big snow. And it was just, oh, it was just so pretty. I took pictures and everything. It was just a great time all around. Oh, just in time. So that's my story about the dentist.
Hey, you're Freeman, aren't you?
Yeah.
We got word you were coming.
Cool.
You got here at a bad time.
Now I got here at a good time, actually.
Station 6, do you read? Dr. Freeman is on his way downriver. Lend him the airboat and give him...
I'm gonna tell you what, down Freeman, I'm on downriver, I'm gonna give them a airboat down, give them black man, them on
Better
them up,
get going
man.
now.
Yeah, very good. So, oh yeah, I said I would talk about the clinic thing in a minute. Okay. There is not like brand new, but brand new to the point where it's only been like a year and a half or 2 years. So this is relatively recent. They built, and keep in mind, this is right next to one of those like Fair Green Hills rich people neighborhood. So they build a brand new 3-story clinic, not a hospital. Like, let's just put this in perspective. My high school was huge. Like compared to most, I'm willing to bet it was pretty big. It was 3 stories. And that's just the high school alone. That's not counting like the football sport stuff or whatever. But it was about as big as that. And is that music coming in through my headphones or out the speaker? Hold on a second. 1 2 1 2. Okay, never mind. That's just me. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. My college, they're the same size as the high school. They're both like, they're both respectively big buildings. And this clinic, keep that in mind. Clinic is as big as those things. Like the one I went to for the pink eye situation. That was like a modestly sized, like whatever like you're picturing, regular like 1-story thing, you know, run of the mill clinic. But this thing was like a full on. This thing could have been like a hospital, basically. This thing basically could have been its full on hospital, or at least like a one of the like deals with like minor surgeries or something. One of those types of hospitals, not like the trauma center. But it definitely could have been like a minor surgery, you know, stuff like that. It very easily could have been like that. And it's a giant, brand new 3-story building. Like, why do you want a clinic? 3-story building.
Freeman, I've been hoping you'd show up. Got this airboat all gassed up and ready to go.
Thank you. You got any, like, health?
It's gonna be tough dodging civil protection out there in the open, but drive hard and you'll make it. You'll find more help up at Station 7. Just a few bends up the river. It's the old red barn.
Thank you.
Climb on in. Fire her up.
Okay, thanks. So, as I was saying...
You better get going now.
Alright, thank you. Thank you! Okay, but as I was saying, why would you make a clinic, a giant 3-story building? Something that easily could have been like a minor surgery center. And you turn it into a clinic. Something like what that building can accomplish is what the smaller clinic I went to accomplished. So tell me, where is the logic behind building the giant, big ass clinic when you could easily just have built a smaller clinic somewhere? Here's the thing, I know why. Because again, it's next to Fairgreen Hills, the rich people place, rich people neighborhood. Right where all the banks and stuff are. That's why they built it there. Because they know that if they build a giant new clinic right there, you know, the rich people will be like, oh, well, why would we go to the smaller one, the smaller, cheaper one? We can just go to this one. That's exactly what they're doing. And it's right next to Walmart. That's the thing, people. When you're traveling on an airboat down a nasty path, green goop, you gotta realize something. Some companies just want money. And my controller just stopped working for some reason. Well, then. My controller has stopped working, and I am dead. Well, I'm gonna take that as the time to stop, and I will see you all in part 3.